Hello everybody and welcome to the channel Crossing the Spiritual Streams. My name is Tandra and today we're going to do a Tarot Pick-a-Pile card reading of messages from Archangel Jophiel. Okay, there'll be specific messages as well as more interpretive messages in the oracle cards and in the tarot cards. If you're unfamiliar with pick-a-pile readings, basically there's 3 different piles to choose from. There's pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. And you kind of have to focus on the piles, and whichever one you're drawn to the most, that should be the pile that you go ahead and watch. And it should be your gut instinct, not so much your eyes, whichever one your intuition is telling you to watch. It is possible to be drawn to more than one pile or even all 3. If that is the case, then you should watch those as well because there might be messages in those other piles for you as well. Basically, pile 1 here, we have a diamond kind of stone. Pile 2 has a red kind of stone. And pile 3 has a blue stone. And those are possibly to help you follow. We have these cards that go with each pile as well. In each reading, we are going to do the specific messages, the tarot card and oracle card messages, and also the charms and oracle spheres. So you can be thinking of a yes or no type of question that you can get an answer to for each reading as well. I would like to take this opportunity to thank everybody who has participated in the channel, either by subscribing, giving likes to the videos that they've watched, leaving comments in the comments section, and sharing the channel with their friends and family. All of those things are very, very useful to the channel. It helps YouTube to share our videos and helps the channel grow, and they're very much greatly appreciated by us. We do have a goal of trying to hit 500 subscribers in the near future, so just to kind of throw that out there and let you guys know that that is a goal of ours. So any way possible that you can help us reach that, we would really love. Okay, we're going to go ahead and give you a moment or so to reflect on each pile. Remember, this is pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. Once you've decided which pile that you're ready to watch, there will be links in the description with timestamps that will lead you directly to your pile, and we'll see you there. Hello, pile 1, and welcome to your reading. Those of you that chose the diamond type of stone here. Remember, these are messages from Archangel Jophiel. We have our specific Archangel messages on our Archangel Oracle card. We also have the fortune telling cards and the tarot cards here. We will be looking at our charms and our oracle sphere. So remember, you can be thinking of a yes or no type of question that you might get an answer to. These can be messages about anything that needs to come through. So let's just kind of find out what we got going on here. All right, the first one here is clear your space. Get rid of clutter, clear the energy around you, and use feng shui. Okay, that's a good message in of itself. We're getting ready to hit spring here pretty soon in the next few weeks. A lot of people do a lot of spring cleaning, so this might be a good time to kind of start that and get that going. If your space is too cluttered, if you have too much going on in it, sometimes it's hard to focus. It's hard to pay attention to things that you need to do. Your brain gets scattered along with everything that's kind of there. So by doing that, that helps free your space up. It helps free your mind. It helps free your soul energy. So that's just kind of a nice little advice. And let's see what else Jophiel has in store for us here. We have the High Priestess. We have the Six of Swords. Move this forward just a little so you can see it a little bit more clear here. We have the Lovers. We have the Hermit. Oh, some interesting energies going on here. We have the Ten of Pentacles. We have the Knight of Swords. Wow, all kinds of things going on here. We have the Nine of Pentacles. We have the Five of Swords. We have the Six of Swords. And then we also have a letter. Okay. Wow. There's a lot going on here. I find this is a very scattered kind of thing. There's a lot of little messages going on here, a lot of little things happening. It's kind of, it's very muddled, as a matter of fact, because there's just so much happening. I see so many different messages going on here. Okay, first of all, with the swords energy, because you have quite a few swords energies, there's a 5, there's a 6 twice, and then there's also the Knight of Swords here. So I feel like you have been through some tough battles with some wounds and some injuries that you've had to deal with. The 5 of Swords energy is usually a victory with a cost involved. You even notice how, like, he's like, going, hey, yeah, look what I did, but they're turning away from him. Almost like in this particular case, the feeling I get is almost that somebody very smug, somebody very wanted to take the spotlight. And when they did so, they caused injury to other people or caused other people to look negatively upon them, or to, they wanted to be the hog of the spotlight, basically. And because of that, they injured other people, or the victory didn't go off as it could have if they'd worked as a team. Okay, does that make sense? Normally I wouldn't, that's not the normal way I would normally interpret this card, but that's what's coming through, is that I also got the idea of like a basketball player. Let's say there's a star of a basketball team and he hogs the ball all the time. And because of that, his teammates aren't able to do their positions and help out the team and do what needs to be done. And yeah, he's a star and he's a hot shot and he does really well, but by not working as a team, they don't do or perform as well as they could perform. So I feel like there's been a victory, but there's been a cost to that victory. And with the Six of Swords energy here, you see how they're kind of moving away from the battle. They're huddled up. They're, maybe having to leave their home because there was such, destruction kind of thing happening here. And you do have that energy twice. So somebody in your life, I feel, has caused some sort of injury, some sort of difficulty, some sort of problems that you've had to try to heal from the injuries of, okay? And I do feel like it is an overbearing type of person. It is somebody who is a hotshot, okay? I feel like somebody has caused that in your life, that has caused that kind of remorse, that kind of healing that's needed, that kind of energy going on. You do have the Knight of Swords, and a lot of times when the knights and kings and queens and people like that show up, it's usually good omen, good energy, other things. In this case, I feel like this might represent that hotshot person. The Knight of Swords people are very direct, they're impatient, they're perfectionists, they're ambitious, they're focused, and that kind of goes along with this hotshot energy. I feel like maybe somebody was hogging things so much and being such the hotshot and such the whatever, that they actually caused some sort of destruction or some sort of crashing down or some sort of problem that you've had to deal with. And because of that, I think you've had to maybe hibernate a little bit. The Hermit energy is here for that. It's also interesting too. We had the Lover's energy, so it's very possible this person is or was your significant other. Because you notice how this particular Lover's energy is like Little Red Riding Hood and the wolf kind of energy, in that somebody's trying to dominate the other person, and so it's not even necessarily a good Lover's energy. It's almost a domineering kind of energy. So I almost feel like um, there was that kind of domineering energy over you, and it did cause some issues and some problems. I feel like um, that was going on, and I'll explain a little bit more about that here in just a minute. But what's interesting here is this letter card here from the Gypsy fortune telling. Usually, it means that there's a message that might come to you, a letter, something important. Might come to you like through email or something else. But what I'm seeing here with this particular one is that the angels, your spirit guides, other people have been trying to send you messages. They're trying to tell you something important, and that this reading might be that message. That this is, um, they're trying to tell you something you've not really noticed yet or paid attention to. And so, what I'm going to say here might only apply to a few of you, but I really feel like it's going to be a good portion of you. Whoever this person is that has caused this kind of injury, this kind of feeling like you need to go and heal from some of the injuries, from some of they could be actual little injuries, believe it or not, for a few of you, but I think they're emotional ones for a lot of you. Um, Whoever this person is, if you have not gotten away from them, if they are still a big part of your life, if they are still influencing you, if they are still doing stuff in your life, it's time to clear that away. It's time to get rid of them in your life. Normally, I would never be that direct and say that. And of course, whatever you decide to do, whatever's best for you, that's up to you to decide. And I am going to make that very clear. But I do feel like the message that is being sent out here is it's very important to get rid of that person out of your life, to cut them out of your life, whoever they might be. If they're not your lover, if it's not your significant other, if it's a family member, if it's a friend, if it's anybody who's in your life who is causing this kind of pain that you need to heal from, whoever this person is, you need to walk away from them. You need to go, okay, now is the time that I don't need to spend time with you. I don't need to be with you. I need to get my own space. I need to clear out my head. I need to find my own way. And that's where the Hermit energy is coming from. I feel like if you do that, um, more prosperous times, not necessarily monetarily, but more prosperous times will be ahead for you. The 9 and 10 of Pentacles are showing that. I do see in this particular 10 of Pentacles card the kind of damage that this person has caused you emotionally and maybe even financially. It's very possible financially. The 10 of Pentacles usually means reaching the pinnacle of financial and other success and reaching that. But you notice how there's the beggar here. You notice how there's the people kind of hiding over here going, hey, can we get something too? And that energy is what I kind of am feeling here. Instead of, uh, having everything and getting everything, I feel like you've had things taken away from you, and you're kind of gun shy. But with the 9 of Pentacles here and the High Priestess card, I feel like you can manifest the good things in your life. You can harvest the good things. You can bring those things available to you with the High Priestess and with the 9 of Pentacles cards. Both of those cards are good manifestation cards. They're good bringing forth things that will improve your life and doing so forth. So the clear your space isn't just clearing out objects and things that are in your way. It's clearing out people that are toxic to you, that are causing you issues and problems and so forth. That is the big message that I'm getting here is clearing away the things and the people that you no longer need, that don't serve you and that don't help you in your life. Okay, so that's kind of the big strong push I got there. Let's go ahead and look at your charms and see what those have to say and see if we have any other messages come through. Alrighty. Okay. This is interesting. The first thing that came out here was protected. So know that you're protected in this journey. Know that, you can go ahead and do what you need to do. You can, follow your heart, your intuition, what you need to do, and the universe will protect you in this. You do have protection to do that. So know that that is the case. You do have the diamond key here, which is very cool because we saw the pentacle cards earlier. So you do have the key to your success. You do have the key to your future, endeavors. And this could be monetarily, this could be emotionally, this could be pretty much anything. But it's whatever the pentacles represent to you in this reading. You have that key to that success. So I find that very awesome. Very cool. It's interesting how we have a couple of kitties here, and also we have the High Priestess on the kitty card. Cats, to me, denote wisdom. They denote... cats are very independent sorts. They're ones who... They need love and affection, but they also know how to stand on their own 2 feet. They know how to take care of themselves. They know how to be on their own. And I feel like you need to embrace that energy, because maybe one of the reasons why you haven't cut this person or people out of your life that has been a problem for you is that you're afraid of being alone, or you're afraid of having to deal with things on your own. But know that you're not alone, first of all. Your spirit guides, angels, ancestors, other people are with you. And they're helping you through this in your community. And so know that they are here for you. They believe in you. They're with you, and they are going to help you. Okay, so know that you're not alone, even if you're afraid of being alone. This is interesting. In the cards over here, I got 2 King of Swords, which I didn't even know there was 2 kings in there, of the same suit. Once again, it's a swords energy. But it's the king. And I think the kings are kind of showing, like I was talking earlier about kings and queens and all showing up in a reading, is that I almost feel like the King of Swords is that energy of somebody who has authority, discipline, moral standards, and all that. And basically, by getting him twice here, that's just showing the strength that you can have to overcome this knight. Remember, the kings are over the knights. The kings are the ones that tell the knights what to do. They send the knights out to battle. They do whatever. And so you have this energy over this knight person that I was talking about, that was kind of the overbearing person. And you have this energy over them. So kind of just know that. I think that that's kind of important. You do have the 3 of Hearts energy, which usually shows some sort of broken heart. Usually the representation is a heart being stabbed through with 3 swords. So usually there's some sort of injury, a lot of emotional heartache and stuff like that. But what I'm getting out of this 3 of Hearts showing up here like this, being the 3 of Hearts card rather than the 3 of Swords card in the tarot deck, is often the reverse meaning, or what it can also symbolize, which is healing, recovery, and that kind of thing. And I think now is the time for you to heal and to recover. That's what the 6 of Swords energy was also showing here. You do also have the 6 of Pentacles. The 6 of Pentacles is another one of those. 6s are more of a stable energy, and you did have a couple of 6s, which were nice. It's recovering from the damage that the 5s can have, and the battles and the other things that happen with the 5s. the sixes are kind of that energy in the suits. And being the Six of Pentacles, usually it's denoted by, somebody giving out pentacles to, somebody who needs it and deserves it. So I feel like you can heal from this. You're on the road to healing from this and so forth. We do have the Turtle, which just shows being patient with yourself. Slow and steady wins the race, taking one step at a time. Know that with time things will get better. Time heals everything. Live in the moment. That's another kind of important thing with the turtle energy as well, is that just take one step at a time. Take one day at a time. Live for things the way they are right now. Enjoy the things that are happening, and know that you will reach your goal eventually, but go ahead and enjoy the journey as you're getting there, because that's always really important. We do have the watering can, which shows to me it's really important to nurture yourself. It's really important to take care of yourself. It's really important to, do those kinds of things. We do have the star with the love you on it, and to me that's just showing that the stars, the angel, the people up in heaven, those types of energies, the universe is just telling you how much they love you. You do have the globe, which is the world, which means that you do have the world at your fingertips. You do have all of the keys, all of the availableness to you to have everything in the world. We also have the elephant, which elephants to me are strong. They're smart. They're intelligent. They care a lot. And so what I'm getting here with this is a learning experience, and how much you can learn, how strong you are, how that basically nobody can take you down. That even though you're sweet and you're gentle and you're loving, you're also very strong and very tough, and that you can meet any challenge that comes your way. That's what I'm getting from that. Now, we did have some letters here as well. We have a PWEIC. They can spell out different words. They could be initials. They could mean something to you. I did see almost peace, or piecing things back together. I also see pie, which, to me, pie is kind of a comfort food, kind of a healing kind of thing. Like I said, this can mean anything to you. You can form your own words, whatever you happen to see out of that. But there's PIEWC. So those are the letters there that you can utilize there, and just utilize them, whatever comes to mind for you, like starts of words or making your own words or whatever, because those might be specific messages that come through for you. All right, let's go ahead and do your oracle spheres. And basically how this works is you ask a yes or no type of question that you would like to get an answer to. It could be about pretty much anything. It is a good idea to, like I said, it needs to be a yes or no type of question, but it might be a good idea to put a time limit on it depending on what the question's about, or some other restrictions on it, so it's a little easier to answer. But go ahead and you think of your question. We have 4 different stands. We have bronze, green, purple, and gold, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And you pick which stand you would like your answer to appear on, and we'll get our answers. Number 1, bronze, is a maybe. Number 2, green, is a not now. Number 3, purple, is a yes. Number 4, gold, is a no. All right, so there's our answers. We have number 1, bronze, which is maybe. Number 2, green, which is not now. Number 3, purple, which is a yes. And a number 4, gold, which is a no. So there's your answers on your oracle sphere questions. All right, guys, I hope you had some messages that came through that were very important to you here and that were useful to you. Please remember this is a general reading, so if it did not resonate with you in any way, maybe this wasn't the right pile or the right reading for you, because there is a collective and quite a few people that will watch this, and so not all messages are for everybody. So just to let you guys know that. Hey guys, if you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to share the channel with your friends and family. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. Also, check out our other videos. We have lots of timeless tarot readings on lots of topics that might be of interest to you. We do have our weekly rune reading series that we do that has the oracle spheres and angel numbers involved with those. So that might be something you'd like to check out. We also have videos on how to read tarot cards and lots of other videos out there on lots of different things that might be of interest to you. So check those out as well. All right, guys, we look forward to seeing you in future videos, and may the stars guide your path. Bye-bye. Hello, Pile 2, and welcome to your reading. Remember, this is messages from Archangel Jophiel. We have the specific messages here. You guys are the ones who chose the red stone here. And we have our oracle, our Gipsy fortune teller cards, our tarot cards, our oracle card up here. We do have our charms we're going to look at here in a little bit. We also have our oracle spheres where you can be asking a yes or no type of question to get an answer to that. So let's see what kind of messages come through here. Okay, first of all, we have our specific message, which is patience. Your dreams are blooming more rapidly than you realize. Still, they need nurturing and patience. Okay, so that's a really good message that you if you've been trying to manifest some things and you're just wondering when on earth is this going to happen, why is everything taking so long, just know that it is happening. It's on its way, but things do take time and patience to grow. You don't just plant one seed in the ground and expect it the next day to grow like Jack and the Beanstalk or anything. You do have to nurture it, take time, and work through it. So there you go. All right, let's see what other messages we have. We also have widower. Okay, that's interesting. We'll go through that here in just a minute. We have Knight of Pentacles. We have the Nine of Pentacles. We have the Two of Cups. Interesting. We have the Ten of Swords. Okay. We have the Nine of Swords. Wow. All right. We have the Star card. We have the Queen of Wands. We have the Knight of Swords. And the Nine of Swords again. Wow, interesting. Okay. Well, first of all, what I'm kind of seeing here, this is going to be kind of literal for some of you guys, but with the widower card here, I see that somebody may have lost their significant other, their wife or their husband, or their, if they're not married, whoever was in your life in that, type of role, may have literally lost them. They may have died recently. That's kind of the feeling I'm getting, because with this Ten of Swords energy, I feel like you felt like you've just been stabbed and or that, there's literal death going on here. And that energy. And also with the two Nine of Swords energy, I feel like it's been a lot of grief. There's been a lot of grief going on. There's been a lot of nightmares. There's been a lot of sleepless nights. This has been a very rough time. This has been something that has been very difficult for you, and I think it's been going on for a while. With two Nine of Swords cards here, I really feel like, that this has been something that it has been very difficult for you. The Nine of Swords energy usually means that something has been so tragic that it hangs over your head a lot. Like I said, you might have nightmares, you might have other things, but it also means, and with you having two of them here as well, I do feel like maybe you've been in this energy a lot, you've had a lot of this energy, but I also feel like the Knight of Swords can also mean recovery, learning to deal with things, facing life, getting help if you need to, that kind of thing. And I do feel like you are on the road to recovery. That this has been, this is not a real recent loss. This is not like in the last week or two. This might have been more like a month, 2, 3, maybe even within a year. But this is a little bit longer of a loss. It's not super recent. And because of that, even though you've had a road to recovery, you have had some issues, you still have issues, you still have things going on, you're still having problems with it, because recovering from that kind of loss does take a time. It does take time. And it's interesting how with the patience card, with both readings so far, I got something different than what the card literally said. In this case, it's talking about your dreams blooming and becoming, better. You just have to have patience, and that's true. If there have been things you've been trying to manifest, or if there are things that you are working on, they are coming. But I also feel like too, the patience here is to have patience with yourself. That it's okay to be in grief mode some. It's okay to have days that are rougher, or that you do grieve, or that you do have those kinds of issues. And the reason why I'm saying that is because I feel like sometimes we give ourselves a timetable and we're like, hey, I shouldn't feel this anymore, or why is this still bothering me, or why does it keep cropping up, or why does something hit me all of a sudden when I didn't expect it to, or I thought I was doing better, and then all of a sudden something will just spiral me back there, or I'll just, feel a wave of grief, or something else like that will happen. Well, that happens when we're grieving. That is the kind of thing that it's just part of the grieving process. It's part of what happens. It's okay. It's a natural occurrence. It's supposed to happen, and it's okay that it does. Okay, so I'm just saying, be patient with yourself. Things do get better day by day, as they have in the past so far. And even though there will be setbacks and there will be times in which things will overcome you, it still will get better. And things do get better. They will. And the Knight of Pentacles here is kind of showing this to me. Okay, first of all, we have the Knight of Swords, which is the action knight. It's the one who wants to get out there and do things and charge. And maybe that's your normal personality. Maybe that's what you normally want to do. Maybe you normally want to get out there and fix things, and maybe that's why this recovery has been so hard for you, because you're still kind of stuck in grief upon occasion, and you just don't understand why. You're like, I should be able to move forward from this. I should be able to go on. But it's okay if you haven't been able to yet. Or if those days happen, because you have the Knight of Pentacles here. You notice how this Knight of Pentacles, first of all, I almost see him as grieving a little bit. He almost looks like he is in that grief mode. So that may be why it's been so hard for you to deal with this kind of grief that you've been feeling, because you're used to going out and doing things, and being, the one who charges and goes forward and gets things done, and does those kind of things. And that's a little hard for you, because you keep having these setbacks upon occasion, or some things that, days that you just feel a lot of grief and a lot of sorrow, and you can't understand why it's hard for you, or why you're not past that yet. It's okay that you're not. That's just part of the normal grieving process. And we also have this Knight of Pentacles here. And the Knight of Pentacles, he's a little bit more of a patient knight, but also this particular one to me looks like he's grieving. He looks like he's waiting, he's grieving. We have the moon in the background, which is an emotional type of energy. So I do feel the emotions coming from this card as well. And I feel like, that needs, first of all, the Knight of Pentacles is the patient knight. And that goes along with the patience here. Have patience with yourself. Be patient. You will be able to move forward. You will be able to go on with things. But the patience part is really, really important here. Okay, and that's what I'm seeing here. Because then we do have the Nine of Pentacles, and that kind of goes along with the nurturing things here and going along, because the Nine of Pentacles is usually showing the reaping what you've sown, getting the benefits out of what you've put into things. And I think that goes along with the manifestation things we were talking about earlier. You like to manifest things, certain things into your life, and the Star card and the Queen of Wands is also helping with that. And the Nine of Pentacles shows that you can reap that and that it is imminent. It is on its way. When the time is right, it will show up. The Star card also kind of shows the emotion that has been going on. It also kind of shows to me, in this case, some of your intuition growing, some of your being able to tap into the universe and the universal powers growing, and that kind of thing. So that's what the Star card is kind of showing to me a little bit there. Also, the Queen of Wands deals with that somewhat as well. The Queen is very confident. She's very passionate. She's very optimistic. And I feel like you are heading in that direction. But also the Wands energy does deal with our spiritual energies and our passions and those kinds of things. Also our intuition, as indicated by the kitten on the card. So I feel like that is something that's been growing inside of you. That is something that you've been working on. That is something, and maybe that's the manifestation thing you're growing, is growing these types of abilities and other things. Maybe that's the thing that you're working on. That's very possible. And if that's the case, know that be patient with yourself, that you will be able to get there. This kind of thing doesn't happen overnight, and it's going to take some learning, some patience, and some time. Okay, so that's kind of the messages going through there. Let's go on to your charms and see if there's any other messages or other things coming through there. Okay, we do have the butterfly, which I love here because that shows the transformation that you're going through. I do feel like you guys are going through a transformation. I do think that has to do with the spiritual energy that we were talking about here a little bit ago. So I do feel like that is something that you guys are going through. A few other things here that kind of go along with that. We do have 2 4s here. The 4s deal with building a foundation. They deal with the home and those kinds of energies. We do have the clubs, which is the wands. We also have the heart, which is the cups. And so building a good, stable, spiritual journey as well as emotional one, and building a good, stable emotional foundation and so forth is what you're working on right now. And the hammer shows that as well, because it's a building. We also have the hacksaw. So what I see here with the hacksaw and the hammer together is what's really cool actually about it is they both denote building of some sort, creating, building something up, but also the hacksaw shows getting rid of old things as well, hacking off, pruning away, getting rid of old stuff. And that goes along with these 4s so well. We also have some letters here that might mean something specifically to you. They're TLAF. They could be initials. They're actually my initials, TLF, which is really interesting. But they could be initials. They could be, words that are coming to you. When you see them, it just depends. That could be an individualized message for you. We also have the number 2, and we also had the 2 of Cups earlier. That shows emotions. That shows partnerships coming together and whatever. And I think that just kind of goes along with, like I said, I think you guys lost a partner or somebody that was, very important to you that way. And so I think that that's just kind of showing that. We do have the moon here, which once again I think shows the building up of your intuition and your emotional energy and stuff like that. We do have a monkey, which sometimes I think a monkey on your back. We also have the anchor, which is a dual meaning in this case. It could mean that you feel kind of trapped or anchored down, or kind of like the monkey on your back kind of energy. But it also could mean the stable energy of the fours, of having an anchor, having that stability of not knowing you're going to be floating adrift and not knowing where you're going on there. So it's kind of that dual energy going on there. We have the imagine and the miracle. I really love that because remember to imagine how things can be and what you would like your life to be and what can happen. And also believe in miracles, because that's a big part of manifestation, is believing that things can happen that you don't really usually think can happen. And that's very important to do. And I think a lot of times we let our ideas of the way the universe works get in the way. And we go, well, no, that can never happen. And so then it doesn't happen because we don't believe it can happen. But it's really important to believe in miracles, because those things can happen. We also have the two musical symbols here, with this and the yeah. I don't know why my brain just totally went wonky on me there. But basically, the two musical things showing up always denote to me, or almost always denote, harmony. It denotes listening to music sometimes is very useful. It helps with meditation sometimes. It helps with messages come through to us and those kinds of things. And that's kind of the messages I'm getting through here. We also have the wheat penny, which to me shows prosperity. But it also shows old things, because it is a wheat penny. It is an old type of energy, and it did come up wheat side first. So to me, that might show getting back to old-fashioned things might be important to you. Studying history, studying something with your family, pulling in old ways, old things, I think might be of benefit to you right now. So it's just kind of a message that came through with that. We also have the parrot energy, which parrots are kind of cool. They're very confident, they're flamboyant, they're talkative, they, when I think of a parrot, I think of exotic. So I think of uniqueness, and I feel like you guys are very unique, and I think tapping into your unique abilities and unique powers is something very important for you right now. And I think that that's just kind of a message that, needs to be said, and something that you just need to follow. All right, so there's our charms. Let's go ahead and get our oracle spheres. And basically with this, you just ask a yes or no type of question that you'd like to get an answer to. And then we have 4 different stands here that the answers can appear on. We have bronze, green, purple, and gold. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And you decide which one you would like your answer to appear on. And then we'll get our answers. Number 1, bronze, is probable. Number 2, green, is a yes. Number 3, purple, is another yes. And a number 4, gold, is a very likely. Ooh, very positive energies going on there. Cool. I always wonder what the questions are when it comes through like that. Okay, number 1, bronze, was probable. Number 2, green, was yes. Number 3, purple, was yes. And number 4, gold, was very likely. So there's your oracle sphere answers. Now remember, these are just general readings, and if for any reason this did not resonate with you, then maybe this wasn't the particular right pile for you, or maybe even not the right reading. There's a lot of people who watch these, and sometimes not all messages are for everybody, okay? Especially if you had trouble picking a pile or none of them really felt right to you. Sometimes that happens. I watch a lot of pick a pile readings as well. And every once in a while with somebody, even somebody I usually resonate with a lot, sometimes they'll have a reading that just doesn't, none of the piles appeal to me. So sometimes that happens. So I just wanted to throw that out there for any of you that this did not resonate with. All right, guys, I really, really hope you had some messages that came through that were useful to you in this reading. Please remember to give the video a thumbs up, share the channel with your friends and family, subscribe if you haven't already done so, and also leave us comments in the comments section. Remember, all those help the channel grow, and they're greatly appreciated by us. Also, check out our other videos on the channel. We have lots of timeless tarot readings out there on lots of different topics that are might be of use to you or something you'd like to see. We have our weekly rune readings that we do that also include the oracle spheres and angel numbers, so that might be something that you would like to look into. And we also have videos on how to read tarot cards and other videos out there as well, so check out the channel. All right, guys, we look forward to seeing you in future videos, and may the stars guide your path. Bye-bye. Hello, Pile 3, and welcome to the reading. Those of you that chose the blue type gem here, and we have our specific message from Archangel Jophiel, as well as other messages in our tarot card and our Gipsy fortune telling card. We also have charms that we're going to look at a little later, and our oracle spheres, so you can be thinking of a yes or no type of question that you'd like to get an answer to. All right, let's look at our first message. Go outside, get some fresh air, and connect with nature to relieve stress and gain new creative ideas. Okay, that's almost always a good message, no matter what it is. Connecting with the earth and so forth. It might be really hard right now, being winter time, unless you run across this particular reading later on. But at the time of filming, it's winter time here in the northern hemisphere, and it is very cold. So getting outside might be a little hard right now, but as soon as you can do so, or if there is a break to do so, like if the sun comes out, even if it's a little cold when the sun's out, it might feel a lot warmer, and so you might be able to be outside for just a little bit and maybe breathe in some fresh air and get some perspective on life and some things. So, when you get a chance, definitely do that. All right, let's see what other messages we have here. We also have jealousy. Interesting. We have the Six of Cups. Okay, that's interesting. The Two of Wands. The World card. The Eight of Wands. The Queen of Cups. The Queen of Wands. The Eight of Wands. Wow, we got two Eight of Wands. Lots of Wands energy, too, which is interesting. The Magician. And the Judgment card. Okay, interesting. Wow. Okay, first of all, what I'm getting here with these Wands energies more than anything else, because we have lots of Wands energy going on, I feel like the Wands energy deals a lot with our passions and things that we really care about. It also deals with our creative energies. It also deals with our relationship to spirit, and those kinds of things. And what's interesting here is we had the jealousy card, we also had the Judgment card, and we had two Eight of Wands. And what I kind of saw here is either you or somebody in your life is jealous, and is letting jealousy kind of dictate some things. And I kind of saw that with the Judgment card, passing judgment on things. But also with the Eight of Wands, I almost feel like the Eight of Wands energy is always big, fast, quick movement. Things moving very quickly, fiery, kind of stuff. Throwing things out into the universe. And that kind of energy. And so with that, I feel like with the jealousy energy and the Judgment energy going along with the Eight of Wands, that it's very possible that some of you guys are putting a lot of passion out into the universe right now. There's a lot of emotions, a lot of passionate emotions flying out there. There's a lot of that kind of stuff. But what else I see along with that? So I think for some of you guys, this is an issue. And I feel like the jealousy might be kind of taking over things, or that it's kind of destabilizing you a little bit, or it's kind of taking over your life, or it's overtaking your judgment, let's say. That's kind of the feeling I'm getting with that. So if that is happening, is if it's either you that is jealous or somebody else that is, first of all, if it's you, jealousy doesn't help anything. Just kind of want to just say that, just to let you know. I know sometimes that's an emotion that's hard to tamp down. It's hard. We can be jealous of all kinds of people. We can be jealous of somebody giving attention to somebody that we care about. We could be jealous of somebody having something that we don't have. We could be jealous that somebody got a promotion and we didn't. We can be jealous that somebody gets attention from a parent, like a sibling, let's say, and we don't get it that same way. There's all kinds of jealousy out there. And but it doesn't solve anything. First of all, it doesn't change the circumstances that you're jealous about. It doesn't make it stop, for one. And for two, by getting wrapped up in that emotion, you're paying more attention to something that's negative. You're focusing on the lack of something, like I don't have it, they do. I don't get it, they do. Or they're getting this attention, I'm not. Or they're giving attention to somebody else, not me, that kind of thing. So you're focusing on the lack. And in that case, it's never good to do that. It's never good to focus on the lack of things, because it doesn't help you move forward in life. It doesn't help you get better. But also, let's just say you're jealous of like a lover, let's say. First of all, if you have to be jealous because, let's say it's a minor jealousy, like if they look at another person and you're like, well, why are you looking at them? Why aren't I good enough for you? Well, first of all, we're humans and we can love more than one person. We can look at more than other people, and that doesn't mean that the person we're with we love less, or we care about less, or we don't find attractive, or whatever. So that's the first part of jealousy. The second part is, let's say it's a more deep jealousy. Let's say they actually did go out and cheated on you with somebody, let's say. And that would be something for you to be jealous of course, because they're spending time with somebody else and not you. Well, the jealousy doesn't help in that situation. If you feel like you can't share this person with somebody, then and they want to be with somebody else, then it's time not to be with them anymore. Being jealous isn't going to fix it, isn't going to solve it, isn't going to make them stop seeing the other person, or it isn't going to take back time and make them not be with that person. So it's not going to help. It's not solving anything. Now, let's go on to if somebody's being jealous of you, because that kind of emotion is also very hard to deal with, because being jealous of somebody because they have something, or because like I said, it could be the lover thing, or it could be, like I said, it could be a sibling. Maybe, a parent might lavish some attention on you that they didn't on the sibling, and so the sibling feels, left out or whatever. And if you are the object of that jealousy, of them being jealous, that's kind of hard on you sometimes, because you're like, gee, I didn't do anything to deserve this, or I didn't do anything, whatever. And that can make you feel down and drag you down as well. And just try to let you know that, first of all, you can't control other people's emotions and feelings. Second of all, do the best you can to make them feel loved and appreciated, and that they can have things too, even if they don't have what you have or get what you get or whatever. Do the best you can to kind of make them feel that way, to maybe alleviate that jealousy some, but also know that you cannot control how other people feel. So I just kind of felt like that was, for some of you guys, some things that you needed to hear on that specifically. Now, back to some other messages that I'm getting for some of the rest of you now. is I really feel like right now you guys are very powerful manifestors in your life. Okay? You guys have what it takes to get what you want out of this world. You have the Wands energies, which are very manifestation oriented. We have the Queen of Wands. She's, got it all. You've got all these other wands. You've got the Magician card, which is, an ultimate manifester. You got the World card, which shows you can get the whole world. You can get the whole thing. So I just wanted to let you guys know that if there are things out there that you guys are really wanting and that you're really trying to get, you guys have the ability right now to manifest those things into your life by just willing it into existence. You just have to believe in it. You have to get past any kind of negative energies that might be going on or other things that might be happening there, and pull into your queens. You have two queens. You have the Queen of Wands and the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups is, somebody who is full of warmth and compassion and her intuition. She's the healer. She's the counselor. She's that kind of person. The Queen of Wands is confident and passionate and determined and has lots of charisma and is optimistic. So these two go along so well together with these other, Magician. The Six of Cups is a childlike energy, is believing in the world, believing in magic, believing in the things that can happen. And I think that all of that is right now something that's available to you, something that you have available, something you can do. So just know that is available to you. Know that is something that you definitely can do. It's so strong, actually, that it's hard to even put into words how strong this is, how strongly that you guys can manifest the things that you want in this world. So, once again, the jealousy thing, it's not worth being jealous of what other people have, because just because they have it doesn't mean you can't have it. And that is something that I think a lot of people don't realize, is we can wish good on everybody. Everybody can have good things. It doesn't have to be that, well, because you have it, I don't. Or if I have it, then it's not a monopoly situation. It's not a winner takes all. It's not if you have everything, to have things, you have to beat other people down. It's not like that. And so that was a really important message for you to know, is that it's not worth being jealous of what other people have, because it's not going to help you get what you want. And also, because they have it, that doesn't mean you can't have it. Okay? So just let you guys know that. I think that is something, really important messages coming through there. Now let's go ahead and look at our charms. All right. See if there's any other messages or anything else that might come through for you guys here. Ooh, lots of stuff fell out here. All right. Let's see what kind of things we got going. First of all, we have some letters. Let's go ahead and pull those out. We got an N-E-D. Oh, wait, is that an N? Yeah, an N-E-D. Okay, Ned. That might mean something. Or a den. Think of, a home or a den, or, going back and retreating. Those could be initials. Those can mean specific words to you guys. Also, end. That's interesting. E-N-D. Could mean ending of something, finishing something off, stop something, that kind of thing. So, let you guys know that. We do have some other things that are of interest here. Let's see. We do have the Two of Wands, which we had up here as well, and I did not talk about it much other than to talk about the Wands specifically. But we also have the Six and the Eight of Wands. He had the Eight of Wands 3 times in this reading. And the Eight of Wands is very much that, quick movement, quick things happening for you, quick thoughts, shooting quick things out into the universe. And so with you having it 3 times, I just want you guys to know that some, thoughts might be downloaded very quickly. You might be, able to put some ideas out there very, very fast. Some ideas might come to you very quickly. Some things might be manifested very quickly that you didn't expect. That just might happen fast. Okay, just letting you guys know that. But also with the Two of Wands showing up twice, the twos to me are almost always a coupling or bringing together. But the Two of Wands too is a contemplation energy. It's going out and thinking about things. It's going out and knowing what the world um, is telling you. It's trying to think of how to put this. Basically, it's getting an idea of where you need to go next. Okay, is where I get from the Two of Wands, and with the outdoor card showing up here earlier about basically gaining some perspective, getting with nature, working with spirit. The Wands energy is very much working with spirit energy. The term that fell earlier was a feather. I just picked it up, and that is always a message from spirit that they're with you, they're working with you, and working with that. So with all the Wands energy that you had here, I feel like it's very important. We also have the tennis rackets, which is another two energy. So it's showing that coupling, that bringing together, working together as a partnership kind of thing. And so the universe is kind of your partner right now. And the angels are kind of being your partner. And so I just kind of wanted to let that know, let that be out there for you guys. Okay, so that was kind of the energy we had. We also had the Ten of Pentacles, which is, kind of the ultimate manifestation. It's kind of getting everything, worldly that you would want. So I find that very cool. We had a lot of other energies here that show me how much good manifestors you guys are. We have the rabbit star key. We have the rabbit star. We also have the kitty star. Those are both intuition energies. Those are both looking to the stars for guidance and intuition and getting, uh, you know, messages from the universe and also, wishing upon a star kind of thing. We also have the heart moon energy, which is also showing about your emotions and how important they are and how manifestation is. We also have the mermaid energy, which also shows that manifestation, as well as the swan, because you think of the ugly duckling turning into the swan. With those energies, I feel like you have the energy of, first of all, the transformation energy, but also the energy of manifesting the things that you want in this world, because both of these guys were able to do that. The mermaid was able to get what she wanted. The ugly duckling turned into this beautiful swan. He was able to manifest, being accepted and that kind of thing. So I feel like you guys have that energy. You guys also have some knowledge of hidden depths with the scorpion here, and the turtle. Those kind of show some ancient worldly knowledge. And getting that, I feel like you guys have that energy. Where I was talking about your intuition and your manifestation energy, you guys can do that more than anybody else that I've probably ever met or read for. So that's really important. We do have a couple of you other things here. We have some words here. We have, what's for you will not pass you by. Live in the moment, and it takes a big heart to teach little minds. Whenever those show up, we also have the forever here. Whenever those show up, to me, it just means that it's important to enjoy your life right now as it is, because then the things that you're manifesting will come to you easier. And if you're meant to have it, it will come to you. That's where, what is meant for you will not pass you. It also takes a big heart to teach little minds. We did have the Six of Cup energy earlier, which was that childhood energy and dealing with children. And I feel like you guys have a lot of wisdom to impart, and being able to teach younger people that kind of wisdom might be very important. The big bear paw and the seahorse kind of shows me that as well. This is a symbol a lot of times for schools to me. There's a school nearby that has paw prints because they're like a panther or something, but they have like paw prints up to their school, and that was the first thing I thought of when I thought of that. So it kind of went along with the children thing. And also seahorses nurture their children and deal with their children some too. So that might be an important message for some of you guys. That may not apply to everybody here, but that if you have an opportunity to teach younger minds or deal with younger people, that might be very important to do. So just kind of let you guys know that. We do have the rooster energy, which is kind of the being confident in what you're doing. We also have the protected and miracle. Protection kind of goes along with the spirit. Your spirit guides and angels and other people are protecting you in your journey right now, especially as you're learning to manifest these things that you want. And also believing in miracles is very important, because that's how you manifest the things, is believing in them. Okay, so just to kind of let you guys know that. Let's go ahead and go to our Oracle Sphere question. Basically, how this works is you ask a yes or no type of question that you'd like to get an answer to. And we have 4 different stands that the answer can appear on. We have gold, purple, green, and bronze. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And you pick your stand, and then we'll get our answers. All right, number 1, gold, is a yes. Number 2, purple, is a not sure. That might mean the question wasn't very clear, or some things have to play out first before the answer can be known, because it might change up the outcome. Number 3, green, is a not now. And a number 4, bronze, is a not likely. Okay, so number 1, gold, is a yes. Number 2, purple, is a not sure. Number 3, green, is a not now. And a number 4, bronze, is a not likely. So that's our Oracle Sphere answers for this reading today. Guys, I really hope there were some important messages here for you. I hope you had some things that resonated with you. Remember, this is a general reading, and not all messages will resonate with everybody. If that's the case, take what does resonate. Don't worry about anything else. If nothing resonated with you, maybe this wasn't the right pile or the right reading for you. That does happen sometimes. So just keep that in mind if that is the case. But otherwise, I really hope there was something here useful for you. I would love for you to give me comments in the comments section. Leave me a thumbs up. Share this channel with your friends and family. And also subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Check out our other videos. We have lots of timeless tarot videos out there on lots of different topics that might be of use to you. We have videos on how to read tarot cards. We have our weekly rune series that we do that also has the oracle spheres as well as angel numbers involved with those. So those might be of interest for you to check out. So we have lots of things out here that might be worth for you to look into. So we look forward to seeing you in future videos, and may the stars guide your path. Bye-bye.